next comedian comes to the stage is a super funny guy. I want you guys to make it real loud for Joey C.
Hey, I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening there. It happens every time I come up on stage. I really think it's my shoes. And I love my shoes. But I bought them from a drug dealer. And I don't know what he laced them with, but every time I put them on, I'd be tripping. As you can tell, I'm the oldest comic here tonight. And I've come the furthest of all the comics combined. I come all the way from the 60s. Talk to you guys about drugs, sex, rock and roll. Yeah, that was our motto in the 60s, drugs, sex, rock and roll. We bought the drugs to party with the girls, we'd have sex, and we'd listen to rock and roll. Now I'm in my 60s. My motto today is drugs, sex, rock and roll. But I don't need the drugs to get the girls to party with me. Women my age are horny as hell, let me tell you that right now. I need the drugs to keep up with those ladies. Jesus Christ. Viagra. One hell of a drug, girls. Viagra. Yeah, try it sometime. But you gotta be careful with any drug, prescription or non-prescription. Last time I took Viagra, got it caught in my throat, had a stiff neck for like 4 hours. My Adam's apple was hard as a rock. And let me tell you, you ain't pleasing no woman, not even yourself, with a stiff neck or a hard Adam's apple. You're fucking crying most of the night. Crying. But I'm not here to talk about that Viagra. I'm here to talk about the drug of choice of the 60s. And I'm sorry, Sacramento, it wasn't meth, all right? You know, I did that joke in Modesto, and when I hit the punchline, I'm sorry, Modesto, it wasn't meth. Some dude in the back goes, well then fuck the 60s. He got up, went outside, got on his 2 bicycles, and rode away. Yeah, that was weird. Now the drug of choice in the 60s, the chemists called it lysergic acid diethylamide. We called it LSD. And the reason for that is we didn't want to use those initials LAD for lysergic acid diethylamide. Would it have been weird going up to one of your buddies and going, hey dude, you want to do a little lad tonight? No, that's why I left the seminary. And I didn't pick you out because, you know, you look like you do little lads. Yeah, he does. So don't let it bother you, all right, okay? All right, you're a very good looking gentleman too. If I was from San Francisco, we'd talk later on. So I took a lot of LSD back in the day. And the thing is that if the 70s wouldn't have come along and I found a new drug, I'd still be taking LSD today. But the 70s brought out cocaine. And I tell you what, I bought so much cocaine, I snorted so much cocaine that every time Pablo Escobar's kid graduated from high school and went to college, I got a fucking thank you letter from Pablo Escobar. El guapo, gracias, mi hijo está... Well, forget it. Forget it. That's Spanish stuff. But my ear, nose, and throat doctor says that I did too much cocaine. All the cocaine I snorted in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s. About an hour ago with this guy up front, playing Whose Line Is It Anyway? Causes my post-nasal drip. And post-nasal drip sucks. Your breath smells bad, you got this funny taste in your mouth, you always got stuff dripping down the inside of your throat. Oh, shit. That's a blowjob, ain't it? Is it? God. I mean, I don't know, I've never sucked a dick, so, well, I've never swallowed, let's just put it that way. So I don't know for sure. So ladies, is that what that is? Yeah. Who said that? I want that number. I need that phone number. But I'm not here to talk about cocaine either. Like I said, I'm here to talk about LSD. My neurologist says I took too much LSD. And you're probably looking at me going, yeah, fuck you, did. What is too much LSD? I don't know, I lost track, but I've got examples of things that happened to me while I was tripping. That'll give you an idea. If you're ever walking down a country road, you come across a pasture of horses. One of them's a unicorn. Yeah, you did too much LSD. If you're ever tripping with one of your friends, he lies down on his back and says, stand on my forehead, my head's about to explode. He took too much LSD. If you stand on his forehead, you took too much LSD. But to defend myself, his head did not explode. I saved a life that night, all right? I saved a life. So my neurologist says that that's what causes my Parkinson's disease. And, wow, it always brings the audience down when I say that. The reason I tell you that is because I know you're watching my right hand shake and you don't know those are Parkinson's tremors. You think that I'm just nervous as hell and I can't stop my hand from shaking. Or you're thinking, God, would it be awesome if that dude had a tambourine in that hand? Or you're thinking, that's the best impersonation of Michael J. Fox I've ever seen. I get that a lot too. See, I did that joke in LA. Michael was sitting right up front, right where this good-looking man is sitting over here. And I looked at him when I hit the punchline just to see if he liked the joke. I'd take it out of my set if he didn't like it. So I looked at Michael when I hit the punchline, and Michael's going like this. Oh shit, he hates the joke. So I looked for him after the set. I found Michael, said, Michael, I'll take that joke out of my set. I know you didn't like it. He goes, what joke was that? And I says, the impersonation about Michael J. Fox. And he says, I love that joke. And I says, Michael, you were shaking your head no. And he says, I've got Parkinson's, asshole. Well, my head's not shaking yet, so I didn't know that, Michael. But we have become great friends. We are so close now, we're collaborating on a movie together. It's about two young boys that work for their father's valet service. We're going to call it Parking Sons. And it's going to get an Oscar. This Oscar's going to look different, though. Because of the movie, this Oscar's going to have a bobblehead. So, you know, I'm dealing with Parkinson's. I mean, really, all I've got are tremors right now. Worst thing about tremors is I'll never win at the game Operation again. I lost my job. I used to teach sign language in a school. Every time I signed, they thought I was stuttering. But I found a great job. I love this new job. I'm a fluffer in the porn industry. And when the disease moves to my left side, like the doctor says it will, I'll get paid twice as much. But the worst thing about tremors, I'm going to tell you right now, the worst thing, because some of you know I have Parkinson's, and so you deal with it when I put my hand in my pocket. Because see, some of you think I'm rubbing one out. And it might be because I don't even have a pocket on this side anymore. I rubbed it out. My name's Joey C. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. Give a big hand of applause for all the other comics tonight so far. And before Tommy gets up here, I got one more thing to say. One more thing to say. Guys, if we're in the urinal together, please don't look at me and tell me you shake it more than 3 times you're playing with it. I'm right-handed. I shake it all the time. Good night, everybody.
Keep it going for Joey. See you guys. We are down to our final 2 comedians of the night. All right, this next comic coming to you is super funny and a really dear friend of mine. So I need you guys to show some love to Diego.